Hi, ladies. Welcome to tonight's Tuesday Talk. If you're new to the beautiful Bible Studies community, I just wanted to say hello and welcome. I am so glad you're here. If you have a chance to fill out your profile or stop by and comment on some of the different discussions we have going on, that would be wonderful because I would like to get to know you better. So tonight's verse that we're discussing is, Father, if you are willing, take this cup from me, yet not my will, but yours be done. And that can be found in Luke chapter 22, verse 42. But before we get to that, I just wanted to point out that there are some changes to the layout of the design of our online Bible study community. So you might have noticed that the menu is now on the left-hand side of your screen. I think that this is going to make it a lot easier for everyone to find all of the different study guides and resources that are available to you. So in the coming weeks, I will be moving all of the different resources into the menu tab that says Bible Studies. So if you click on it now, you're not going to find much there, but it is coming. So thanks for your patience with that. Okay, so tonight we're talking about Luke 22:42, and in the context of this verse is that Jesus has just had his final Passover meal with his disciples, and now they are in the Garden of Gethsemane, and he is praying, and he knows that his time has come. He's about to suffer a horrible death. And he is struggling with that reality of knowing that being obedient to God is going to cost him everything. So when we look at that and we consider how much Jesus gave up for us, he went to the cross and he asked, Father, if you're willing, will you take this away from me? But if you're not, I want to do your will. He was willing to do what the Father wanted, even when it cost him everything. So I'm wondering, what are we willing to do for God? Are you and I willing to do God's will today at whatever it costs to us? I think when we look at this verse, for myself, sometimes when I think about it, it can almost be overwhelming, to consider giving up everything for God. And yet that may be what he calls us to do. It may not be. But if we think about it as maybe instead of looking at our life as a whole, but maybe we just look at it as our life today. Are we willing to give today to God? Because today is what we have, right? We have today. We have these moments that will make up our day today. And we can give that. We can give those moments that we have right now to God and doing his will. So what is God asking you to do today? I know for me, he's asking me to be here and speak with you and be in front of the camera instead of behind it, which is very uncomfortable for me. So usually when God is calling us to do something, right, sometimes it might be something we're comfortable with, but a lot of times God pulls us a little out of our comfort zone, right? He stretches us in our faith and helps us to grow instead of just staying in our comfort zones, right? So maybe God isn't calling you to sit in front of a camera, even when you feel uncomfortable about it. Maybe he's calling you to speak in front of people or to be an encouragement to someone. Maybe he's calling you to reach out to your neighbor or to volunteer somewhere, maybe in your church or in a local community nonprofit. So I don't know what God is calling you to do, but he will tell you if you ask him and if you're willing to say yes to what he has in store for you. So my question for you tonight is, I have two questions tonight. Can Can you think of someone who trusted God with their life and made a difference in the lives of others? So can you think of someone, either a historical figure or someone you know, who has taken that leap of faith and been willing to do what God asked them to do and made an impact for someone else? And if you can, would you share some of that story with us in the comments below? And my second question for you tonight is, are you willing to trust God with today? If you are willing, comment below and say, I'm willing. So put it out there and declare your faith and share that with us so we can encourage one another. And if that is something that you are interested in doing, then you are going to want to stick around for the upcoming study, A Season of Sowing, because that is what the study is going to be about. Serving God and doing His will and making a difference in the lives of people around us. So I can't wait to share it with you. Remember, keep in His Word and keep growing, because the world needs the extraordinary gifts God created in you. Good night.